Welcome everyone to the Mountain State and APW Wrestling. Let's get excited about our show tonight. All right, we've got some great talent here. We got some great matches, and I'm ready to get right on into it. For the newcomer, White Scorpion. How are you doing, brother?
You can feel it, man. You can feel the electricity and the White Scorpion brings to the arena each and every night. Let me tell you, man, it's an honor to be here. And thank you, brother, for getting me in here. I'm going to tell you this right now. I dominated Florida, and now I'm here in West Virginia to dominate the APW, brother.
That's right. We go way back from a long time in Florida, and we've done some good work together. And now I thought, hey, what a better place for the White Scorpion to be than APW right here, so we can have some great matches and go from there. But tell me, how do you feel about coming into a different organization?
Man, I love it, man. I've been watching it before I decided to come in. And I said, this is my brand. This is where the Scorpion needs to be. A lot of good talent back there, man. And I'm looking forward to, I'm going to say it like this, to dominate it, brother. And I just want to say I got my own to go, baby. Man, let me hear all my Scorpions out there. Come on, baby.
Oh, buddy, here we go. Here we go.
Look, I don't know who you are, and I certainly don't know who you think you are. But Joe Brody's the matchmaker in APW, and I didn't book you to be here tonight. I don't know what you're doing.
Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Brody. I went straight to the top of the NICW, and I got pulled around here, and I brought the White Scorpion into town.
I have absolutely had it with the Rudder Commission and NICW, and everybody here knows it. And now you're getting on my last nerve. Now you come in here, and you're supposed to be highly touted, you're supposed to be this, you're supposed to be that. How about this? How about this? How about we put you in the ring with one of the aces tonight, and we just find out. We'll find out for sure, are you who you think you are?
Brother, the only thing I can say about the aces, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, baby.
So is that a yes? You're going to get in the ring with one of us?
I tell you like this, give me the best you got, brother, and I'm going to make quick work out of them.
Well, how about this? Former NICW World Heavyweight Champion Lane Cali, you want to get in the ring with this guy and show him what the aces are all about tonight?
I could not ask for anything more tonight than to get in the ring with the new blood around here.
Wow, can you have it so it's a go?
Brother, let's get it on, baby. Let me hear all my Scorpions out there, baby. Y'all want to see it?
Let's go to the ring.
Let's go. Can you believe what we're about to see? An impromptu match.
Brother, you watch this.
All right, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee for tonight's match is J.B. Brown. And now, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Tony Perdue and Joe Brody, representing the Mid-Atlantic Aces. From Oceanside, California, at a weight of 232 pounds, Lane Machine Gun Kelly. His opponent, making his American Pro Wrestling debut from Tampa Bay, Florida, weighing in at 255 pounds, White Scorpion.
I am excited about this, brothers.
I'll do. Oh, yeah. I'll do the first line, and then we'll go. Thank you again for joining us for more APW, ladies and gentlemen. voice of tradition, Jonathan Darwin here, joined by Clutch Carver and Brad Taylor. Brad, you have been on pins and needles all day waiting for this guy to come in.
Yes, sir, Mr. Jonathan. I have oh, Lord, here we go. Here we go. Mr. Brody and me and him are going to have some troubles, I see. But yes, I have been on pins and needles, hoping that somebody would bite. I brought the Scorpion in knowing he's going to bring some fresh, great wrestling to this organization.
Well, he is a very passionate and electrifying individual. Plus, he has that weight advantage, 23 pounds on Lane Cali. Clutch Carver, Lane Cali's going to have to really stick and move and almost be like a machine gun out there, rapid fire, if he's going to take it to the White Scorpion.
Lane Cali is one of our more adaptable competitors here. He can wrestle just about any style. And this is definitely, he is not one to back down from a challenge, even though this is definitely going to be a test with both of these competitors. Lane Cali is seeing new meat in his eyes. Yeah.
Well, Lane Cali does like a challenge. He's going to get one in the White Scorpion. Lane Cali using an eye rake there to get control. Has White Scorpion down to that one knee. And Cali going to have to go quick on the offense, right, Taylor?
Yes, always cutting corners in any way they can. That was a great shoulder tackle. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, the Scorpion is up for any challenge that these aces want to bring.
Duo of clotheslines and the drop kick takes Cali to the outside. Mid-Atlantic Aces are going to have to regroup. I think Cali underestimated his opponent today.
That's still a smart move on Cali's part, though. Going out in the safety of the Mid-Atlantic Aces, stopping the momentum of White Scorpion.
J.B. Brown up to a count of 4-5 now at this point. Cali trying to catch his breath a little.
Yeah, they're just playing. They're out there trying to slow the pace down because Cali, it wasn't at his pace, it's at the Scorpion's pace. And I'm telling you, when you give the Scorpion a little bit and he controls the match, it's a domination. It's just complete domination, and the Cali and the Aces are trying to slow it down.
Yeah, Scorpion with that reach advantage. Collar and elbow tie up here. Scorpion takes Cali into the corner. Knife edge chop!
Wow.
To the following it up with another there and just lighten up the chest of the machine gun Lane Cali.
Yes.
Snap suplex. Going for a pin. Lateral press. Crooks the leg. One count only, though.
I'm telling you right now, that was some serious chopping. And would you say, Clutch, you heard that all the way to another state?
I'll tell you what I did here. That big double clothesline from both competitors, both guys down, but Lane Cali just not quite out for
Gentlemen, I'm sorry to interrupt. What is this?
What is we got
J.B.
going on here?
Brown,
I mean, did they know that they get disqualified?
Yes.
I mean, this is crazy.
Oh, no. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Scorpion.
Oh, look at this.
The Mid-Atlantic Aces like it's the 4th of July. Hits the reverse DDT. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. That's it. Let's get the official word from Michael Willis.
Here is your winner, White Scorpion.
Michael Willis, excuse me. And Brad Taylor, I think, is going to get a couple of words to follow up with the White Scorpion on this impressive debut here in APW.
I am honored to get another word with the White Scorpion after that impressive match.
Like you trying to tell him, and I just told you, you bring the best you got, and I'm looking for the gold, baby. APW, the White Scorpion's here, and I'm here to stay.
There you have it. Couldn't said it any better. White Scorpion.
Coppola Cabin Rentals in Bluefield, West Virginia. Brand new interiors featuring television, kitchen, Keurig mini fridge, internet, Wi-Fi, and so much more. Cabins available for up to 12 people. Come enjoy your ATV vacation staying at Coppola Cabin Rentals. 2531 Cole Heritage Road, Bluefield, West Virginia. Call 304-320-7200. Mention APW for an immediate discount.
Jonathan Darwin here with Baron Kraus and the Cuban. Tonight, gentlemen, you have the chance to become the PWL Tag Team Champions.
You know,
I think it's a little bit unfortunate that those Dawson boys won those tag team titles, because that looks like easy work tonight. And those PWL tag titles, they're going to set us up for what I've been after for the last 6 months, 8 months, 10 months. I want those NICW World Tag titles. I want those APW Tag Team titles. And there is no one, the Dawsons, the Team USA, the Tony Ray, and the Scott Lee, none of them will stop me from my goal, Jonathan Darwin.
Gentlemen, we're going to have that tag team title match coming up right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the referee for this next match, J.B. Brown. The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit, and it is for the PWL Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, the challengers, at a total combined weight of 572 pounds, Ben Krause, Cuban Mercenary, the Axis of Evil. Their opponents, from the Coal City, at a combined weight of 401 pounds, Charlie, Drew, the All-American Underdogs, the Dawson Brothers.
The Axis of Evil with the potential to win the PWL Tag Team Championship against the young Dawson brothers. Gentlemen, that interview I had with Baron Krause, I think he might be thinking too far ahead. He makes me think of that chess player that's thinking about the end game before they've even moved the first pawn.
I agree. I agree, Jonathan. It sounded just like that, like they're taking these Dawson boys for granted, like they've already got the titles around their waist.
Snapmare takeover on the big man, and an arm drag by Charlie Dawson now. I tell you what, good strength on display of that chiseled young man.
Right. And as you were saying, Clutch, he is a multiple-time champion, and he has the right to be arrogant and cocky, but what I've seen out of the Dawson boys is extreme excellence, and I believe it's not an easy task.
Well, here's the point I would make. Yeah, you can be a singles champion all you want, but when you're a tag team champion, you have to rely on that partner. Krause has to know that Cuban Mercenary has his back 100%, because if that's not the case, you're not walking home with the gold.
Well, Krause actually is the surviving member of the Axis of Evil. Has no problem tagging with partners of everyone, picking up many wins with each one.
Drew Dawson working on the left arm of the Cuban Mercenary now, as we see fundamental tag team wrestling on display. Cut that ring in half, keep your partner in there, keep the fresh man in.
You're definitely going to see tag team excellent with the Dawson brothers. They are very good at picking a part of the body and keeping that ring to their self. They're very excellent in that.
Well, you see Baron there got a kick in on Charlie Dawson on that Irish whip, and now the Axis of Evil are taking over this match.
Yeah, opening up the abdominal area. Charlie Dawson knocking the wind out of the young man.
I think he knocked more than the wind out of the boy.
Krause straight across the sternum of Charlie Dawson. Yeah. Goes for the pin, hooks the leg, but a 2 count only.
Dawson boy might have to go to the hospital after that drop. Something internally has to be bleeding.
Yeah, Baron Krause now working on the shoulder. They're taking apart that left arm of one half of the All-American Underdogs now. And
I'm not sure They've been burning through American Pro Wrestling in the tag team division. But this is a big test in Baron Victor Krause and Cuban Mercenary.
Well, that's what I love about these young men. They're fighting champions. They're not using any clauses, no 30 days. They will sign the contracts with anybody. These young men are very hungry and wanting to prove themselves. Right now, PWL tag team champions, potentially APW or NICW tag team champions. And that's how you get in contention for those bigger titles.
That is
you
correct.
Put the titles on the line.
That's correct. That's correct. I believe they will be fighting champions. I see great things for these Dawson brothers. They just got to keep at it, keep the grind. And look at here, look at here, look at here.
That could be a 1, 2, and
that was close.
2.5.
That was close.
I'm sorry, Brad. Please finish
No,
your thought.
let's go ahead. That was just close. Like I say, the Dawson brothers will get up there. They're young, they're green, but they're already the tag team champions. So what does that tell you about these boys?
That tells me they're in the film room. That tells me they're in the ring studying. They're working where they can to learn as much as they can. Lackadaisical cover by the Cuban Mercenary there. Not going to be enough to put away one half of the Dawsons.
Mercenary coming off the rope. Now their elbow drop there. And Drew Dawson feeling it on the outside. Definitely trying to knock the wind out of this young man. Going for the pin, hooks the legs, and still a 2 count. Tag team championship on the line here for the PWL titles. As we see the All-American Underdogs taking on the Axis of Evil.
You know, a lot of fire and no quit, but to both your points, the Dawson's been off more than they can chew. I mean, they are young, and they have a full head of steam in this tag team division, but will they burn themselves out? I mean, like you said, this is a challenge right away from the Axis of Evil. You know, are they going to bite off more than they can chew, just trying to defend as many times as they can to begin with? A lot of these older veteran teams know how to pace themselves. Do we know if the Dawsons have actually learned that lesson yet? You can't learn that from the tape.
Clutch Carter, I'm going to say that they have. Otherwise, they wouldn't be the tag team champions. I don't know if you guys see that or not. I think that knocks the Dawson boys solely out. Yeah, Cuban Mercenary's head going in that solar plate. Nice edge chop now by one half of the challenger.
Shades of the Bushwhackers there. Battering right now. Well, they got bushwhacked themselves. Beautiful trap.
Jones trying to go. Gets the tag. Yes, he does make it. Clothesline on the Mercenary. Beautiful spot. Elbow there. Trying to take Cross off his feet. Not yet. And down goes Baron Krause. Yes, he is down. That was good. The Dawsons setting up for a double team here. Because their speed, what they need to win the match and take the title. Double clothesline here. Definitely got the interview to come back. This is looking like in the Dawson's favor. Yeah, Drew Dawson, still the legal man. Hits on Baron Krause. Dawson going for the pin. 2, 3, and they retain.
Here are your winners, and still PWL Tag Team Champions, the All-American Underdogs.
Do you think you have what it takes to step inside the ring and mix it up with the stars of American Pro Wrestling? Well, now is your opportunity to be trained by the very best. To put in your application, dial 681-207-3175. You could see yourself one day on Championship Wrestling Television.
Jonathan Darwin here with the Dawson Brothers. Congratulations, gentlemen, on another successful title defense.
Mountain State Sportatorium, are you not entertained? You know, it feels good to be the PWL Tag Team Champions, and it feels even better to come out here every week and perform for all you beautiful fans. I couldn't be more happy with how that match went. Listen, Baron, I don't speak much German. Actually, I don't speak any. But I'm going to tell it to you so all these fans can understand it. That is Dawson with a D.
Ladies and gentlemen, your PWL Tag Team Champions. We'll be right back after this brief timeout. Jonathan Darwin here with TJ Walker, one half of the former PWL Tag Team Champions. I was under the impression you were going to be joined by Joe Brody.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Sometimes you guys get some ideas in your head, you just go with them, and your mouth gets to moving before your brain goes into operation. And that doesn't really matter because it seems like every time I turn around, I've got somebody getting in my way. Recently, every move I make gets blocked by the Rudder Commission, and you guys know who you are. You're a little band of merry gentlemen way down in the South that can't get anything done but run your little yappers and mess with me and Joe Brody. We're separate yet equal on a lot of things that people don't understand.
But you both suck.
There's people that come here every week and they don't understand what's going on either. They're watching it unfold before their eyes. I'm about to take over APW. Joe Brody's got my back. I've got his back. The Mid-Atlantic Aces, they're doing their thing. We got this new guy, White Scorpion. Reminds me of somebody, I don't know, but he's coming in. He thinks he's going to be the new face of APW. There's already a face of APW. Dixon's going to be back real soon. That's right, Dixon's in Thailand. He's found the love of his life. He's eating a dish of chicken chow mein as we speak. I just got off a FaceTime with him. The Rudder Commission needs to go away. Every time we turn around, they're doing different things to get in the way of building up this organization. They send in little things like this. He looks like a shaved ferret standing up there in the ring. They call that a referee. I've got to go up there in a second and deal with my opponent, who has been given to me by the Rudder Commission like it is every week. They got Joe Brody in a stranglehold.
Do you need some tissues?
I need for people like you to go back to wherever it is you came from. And I know it's going to be hard for you to find your way home, but as speaking...
You suck so bad you can't even talk.
Look, when you're talking about the Rudder Commission, you're talking my language because you and I both know what a criminal organization that is. They might as well be hooked up with the New York Mafia, the way they run things. The NICW handed down edicts and changing things up around here. Well, I came out here this week because I want to apologize. I owe you an apology, and I owe all these fans an apology because I was your substitute partner last week when them stupid Dawsons cheated, holding the tights on the pin, and got the pin and won them PWL tag team belts. So I'll tell you what's going to happen. What I would like to do is offer my services to you one more time as a tag team partner to make it up to you. And to do that in my capacity as still the APW matchmaker, how about we get Mr. Anthony Xavier, the TV champion, and James Frost. Me and you both got a bone to pick with both of them. How about we just get the two of them out here in the ring and make this a tag team match tonight?
You know, that sounds like a lot of fun. We'll show that Rudder Commission exactly who's boss here in Bradley, West Virginia, because we are running the Mountain State Sportatorium. And just get them on out here and let's see what we can do with them. We've got all night.
Well, one thing I do want to say, too, I want to say, Mr. Darwin, you came on this program today, and you are setting the example. You are a class act all the way, and I just want you to know what I think. I think that you should be taking my spot as a former APW commentator right here, but you're doing a wonderful job, and I expect nothing but great things out of you moving forward with APW. But speaking of moving forward, let's put it in low gear and get in the ring, and then we just shift through them gears into high gear on these two coops. What do you think, TJ?
That sounds like fun. I got these boots laced up tight. And you just keep doing a good job on that commentary. Now you're going to have to work on that shoulder strength so you can hold your microphone.
Oh, I got one more thing to say. TJ, come here. I want you to show these people right here, disband the Rudder Commission. That is our mission from moving forward. Disband the criminal organization of the Rudder Commission with NICW.
These shirts are for sale all over the great state of Virginia, West Virginia, and North Carolina. You just reach out on social media and we'll get one in the mail to you. Help us out. We'll help you out. Have some better wrestling.
Tag team match coming up after this.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, at a total combined weight of 474 pounds, the matchmaker Joe Brody and TJ Walker. Their opponents, at a total combined weight of 447 pounds, the Snowman James Frost. His tag team partner, the APW Tournament Champion, Anthony Xavier.
It's about time. You better make it here.
I can get on the way, but I don't quite get how Mr. Brody means of being something that I don't know. So he should probably keep my name out of his mouth. Well, it seems as if Joe Brody and TJ Walker have a real animosity towards the Weather Commission. We'll have to investigate that further. Interesting tag team here. You've got Anthony Xavier and James Frost. James Frost, no stranger to tag team action, as he is one half of Black Ice, the former PWL tag team champion. It'll be interesting to see how this style meshes with Anthony Xavier, Joe Brody, and TJ Walker. Delegations are currently the APW tag team champions, so they're going to have good fluidity, I would believe.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Jonathan. What's your thoughts, Bud? Well, before we get into this match, Jonathan, I have to say, whatever TJ Walker said before him, I think we have great line strength. You show particular line strength, especially in the right arm.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that one, but I'm out there just to hold the microphone and get to the point. We want to thank you again for joining us, man. Watching on television or YouTube. If you're watching on TV and you haven't gotten over already, check out American Pro Wrestling TV on YouTube. Episodes there. Subscribe and check out that catalog. See Joe Brody, see TJ Walker, see all your greats. Hear Clutch Carver, calling the action.
Yeah, and don't forget about the Rumble. We have Rumble matches on Rumble. I wasn't familiar with that until I came here.
Exclusive matches, by the way.
Exclusive, yes. Exclusive.
Collar and elbow tie-up here with Brody and Xavier. As Xavier goes to the hook of Joe Brody. Part of me wonders, in the recesses of Joe Brody's mind, is he focused on this match? I mean, we got pinned by James Frost just 2 weeks ago.
You are correct.
And he lost the tag team championship. So I mean, and Xavier being TJ Walker for the title just a few weeks ago as well. Right. So really focus on this. Or is it being red out there now? Side headlock applied by Anthony Xavier. Nice headlock takeover, ground Joe Brody, but Joe Brody with the leg, the head scissors to follow it up, trying to cut off the oxygen. Referee checking there. Anthony Xavier trying to use the lower body strength to get out of that. The Noah tries again, bridging up, but still. And that oxygen supply getting depleted, very quickly. Much harder.
I'm waiting for the ref to drop.
Well, Anthony Xavier definitely trying to fight out of this. Interesting note, Anthony Xavier no strength tagging. They have actually been trying to go up against the Mid-Atlantic Aces for several weeks now.
Sorry, please go ahead and continue, Clutch.
Both individually and in tag teams. TJ Walker and Joe Brody looking at this advantage. They do have the experience advantage, but TJ Walker being out there with Dixon Matt and Joe Brody being out there with the aces.
Yeah. Now, talking about Brody here, let me tell you, don't let his age go. When he had him in the aces, I guarantee you, Xavier was killing that. Because his age is up there, he still has the to take it to the floor. Side headlock turnover, rounds Brody, does two things here. It slows down Joe Brody and gives Anthony Xavier a chance to recuperate that he needs after being in that head scissors for so long.
That's right, Jonathan. That's a key thing. As I said, he's recuperated. Perfect timing there to get a tag. We have Mr. Frost come in. Double team with perfect legal. They know that. They're using that 5 times. Go for the finish. Frost. Lateral press. Still going to have to do a little bit more to put Joe Brody away, but the best thing to do is keep him away from James Walker. You know, if Brody would have reached his arm back just for a second, he probably could have tagged Walker.
Yes. James Frost showing great ring awareness, though, pulling him away over court center and Marshall Axley. Sure, Joe Brody didn't enjoy that.
Break of the odds sold the boot on Joe Brody there. And Brody now putting Frost in the wrong corner. The APW champion acting a little bit over-passionate. Yes. Getting distracted. Knowing how to do that tag team. Now they're very good at getting the ref distracted, so they can do that double team illegally. May not
experience with each other right now. They are experienced definitely in double team tactics and distraction. Right now, Joe Brody going across the throat of James Frost. Here comes Anthony Xavier again. Xavier finished passing, swinging hard on him, saying, I had enough. And putting boots in a television champion. The referee has to get control of this match. Very nice so far. Anthony Xavier at least showing a little bit of had to get some aggression out there.
Yeah. James Frost in trouble now. TJ Walker puts the boots on James Frost. Frost needs to find a way to get over as he clutches his chest. Walker lifting him back up, just ringing the bell of this young man. Taking it to him and take advantage of the pop out as well. They are working. Oh, Mr. Frost is over right now. It's back one-sided. Yes, going for the pin now. Press 2 count still. A little bit of life left in the body of James Frost. And Frost.
Looks like they're going to make a wish.
Not feel for real damage to the groin area, and you saw Walker get an extra kick in it as he shuffled outside. I guarantee you, Frost wished for it.
Right to the groin area again. Just drop that boot. Just within the bounds and stay legal. But I'm sure that James Frost, that did not feel like a legal move.
It didn't matter where he placed it, it still hurt. Well, this is what Squirting is due. He is a veteran of the squared circle, and he knows exactly where to attack certain body parts. That doesn't come with anything but time and repetition. Yes, sir. Sir, John. Side slam by TJ Walker. This is very what I'm going to call lazy cover in my yourself, and then Frost kick out.
That's a little bit of arrogance there. Laziness.
Yeah, Walker thinks that he has Frost's number, but not just yet. I don't know if Frost is able to visually see at this point the way that they've been working on that man's face. Those eyes are water. I don't know how much right now. He's worried about getting the tap. That's what he needs to do. But if he's going on adrenaline and it's right, that's almost a flight or fight type thing. I was thinking that's what was happening there. That's why he didn't get over to Anthony Xavier to make the try. And now we'll see the Mid-Atlantic Aces continue the assault on this young man.
When he says fight or flight, but that's within the context. James Frost is no stranger to tag team wrestling. Knows how to one of the toughest guys I've seen. He will take a beating. He will come right back. It's just a matter of if he can make that in this match. He's taking a beating right now for sure. And yes, he does need that immediately, or this match could be going to the end.
Yeah, TJ Walker waiting on the outside. Abdominal stretch there. There we go. Joe Brody using the rope. He does have the flag. Now wait. He does break it off.
Referee needs to take control of this match. Trying to get Anthony Xavier back to the story.
He does Mid-Atlantic Aces an opportunity to double team from behind, and the referee
this is actually be careful. In the face in a minute.
Why would you slap him in the face? You could get disqualified on that one.
I know it. Trying to get that you understand? How you know, their faces can be just that's what we see in there because he's taking out the referee allowing the Mid-Atlantic Aces cheating. I don't know if you want to put it. Well, I haven't seen much person here at APW, but TJ Walker and Joe Brody definitely this new referee is watching the fire. Trying to see what he's made of, trying to see what James Storm is made of. I have a slip over in the corner. Fox doesn't get it, and Joe Brody, he is so well known for. Goes for the pin, lateral press, look at the leg, allowing Frost to kick out. This is no good. Frost, that young, determined man. He's trying to fight back, trying to get over to his partner, but I mean, he is almost what you would consider miles away. You know, he's known as a tag team specialist, but ever since that singles went over to Brody a couple of years ago, you've seen a new light, new fire underneath James Frost.
James Frost, though, not on fire at all. Now almost just like a little bit of kindling when you're starting the fire. He's going to have to do something desperate. But I don't know if Walker's going to allow that. Goes for the pin, presses for the 2 count. And again, anyways, well, here's the other thing I'll think about, and I want to point out, gentlemen, is yeah, Frost is able to kick out. But how much energy did James Frost use to kick out of that pin? Right now, to him, probably got everything he's got. And that's what makes it difficult for Frost to get over. Frost trying to Walker's punching the neck. Anthony Xavier has had enough. Misses. Anthony Xavier down now. And Joe Brody's going to go to work on the television champions. Oh, right into the ring post up. It's a ref. Stop this. Referee warning him and admonishing him. I'm more worried about Anthony Xavier. James Frost in a handicap match at this point now after the way that Xavier went into the ring post. Xavier's taking, it looks like he is taken out over here over the concrete, and it's basically a 2-on-1 situation as we see. You see the elbow now, and at this point, all the Mid-Atlantic have to do is just pick away at James Frost. Victory is there. Yes, sir. Brody going up to the second rope. That's it. See now, James Frost in serious trouble for the cranial region.
That's the elevated knuckle dust.
I'm telling you, you see Xavier Woods over here. Xavier over here, barely falling. And they're continuing to take the life out of James Frost. Any bit of oxygen this man can get back straight out in just a matter of seconds with the way that the Mid-Atlantic Aces are dismantling this kid. I hate to say it, but this match has been one-sided. I mean, you had a flurry of offensive beginning from Anthony Xavier and James Frost, but ever since then, Joe Brody and TJ Walker have taken over and have just not relinquished the reins of this match. But there's a little bit of fire there, and James Frost got some body blows. James Frost actually has a boxing background, so yeah, but there's nobody no matter how much damage James Frost does from body blows. But Anthony Xavier finally made it back to his corner, trying to get up on the apron. Over with a clothesline short arm there. And Brody coming off the ropes. Leg swap straight across the larynx there. You see Walker come in. This could be putting the finishing touches on James Frost. Now just really going more for insult to injury there. So right across the eyes. Yeah, you gotta wonder. All the Mid-Atlantic Aces playing with James Frost when they could clearly see this. Well, if I could correct you just for a second, it's actually a team-up of half the Athletic Express with Joe Brody and the Mid-Atlantic Aces. They haven't officially made any announcement with them. Outside of the Mid-Atlantic Aces, TJ talked about one of the meanest guys I have ever seen in the ring. He's not in there just for the win sometimes. He is in there to inflict punishment, and he's definitely yes, definitely. Flicking that one to the extreme. I mean, it has been Frost in this match for more than 5 minutes. He is not he does not have much left. He needs it. As you can see, Anthony Xavier finally back up on the apron, up on his feet, and still a little hold up on his feet. He's draped over. I don't know if he's precious and daisy. He's across his out there. Because one position now. Referee, well, they haven't got the referee has to go with what he had seen, and he did not see the tag. Well, that's how he's frustrated for Xavier, though. The many times that the referee has not been quite up on the count. Yeah, now we see Walker pull him over and Barber. Go for the pin, 2, and I don't know how he is kicking out. You've got to see this boy. He is tough. Resilience. That's the one word our Frost is the resilience. Well, Anthony Xavier now, it seems that blind side of the referee actually fired Anthony Xavier. Still holding the head on the outside, but looking for that tag finally. Yeah, but it is not happening with the way that these two men have the ring cut off. Joe Brody getting reversed off the rope. Frost going downstairs. And that headbutt, what was that? Eating up the lines. I think the drop down there with some offense just took a little too much time, and James Frost and Joe Brody butting heads literally. Both men seeing stars. Who's going to be up to reach their respective? Brody's closer. Does he have it? Is he got it? Frost trying to get over there. Brody, they change it over, stretches out. It does make the tag. And here comes Anthony Xavier now. Now it's going to make a hot tag. Definitely needs to go. Anthony Xavier now going on sheer will. TJ Walker eats the big boot. Xavier has to measure that elbow. Anthony Xavier not missing a beat as he takes apart Joe Brody with Phelps. Beautiful bulldog. Puts the right hand here. 1, 2.
Here are the winners, and James Frost, and the APW Tournament champion, Anthony Xavier.
All right, let's start here with Anthony Xavier, James Storm, guys. You were called out earlier tonight. TV champ, TJ Walker trying to go out in that belt. Shoot, and Brody, of course, with his beef with you. But you guys ended up pulling out the win.
Clutch. This is Christmas season, and we're handing out season's beatings. So, yeah. Well, I took a beating too. Did you see my head bounce off that pole? It hurt. It still hurts. But we made it through. We got another dub, and we're still standing here. Because that's what we do. Isn't that right, Frost? You're absolutely right. I told y'all months ago. I told y'all last time I was here, I'm not going to stop until them men neglect Aces is elbow. I'm 2-0 against Joe Rogan. And if I got to go through the rest of it, with each and every one of those acts. Hey, my man. I wish I could talk the other way I want to, but I can't. We on TV. Keep it quiet. Mark my words, y'all. This ain't over. Coming for the gold. I've been here too long. It's time for James Frost. Maybe Anthony Xavier to have another one right here on our shoulders. What y'all think about this? Yeah!
Think about going for a tag team gold together?
You know, adding a little bit of 10 more pounds to my luggage doesn't sound half bad. And especially with Frost. Man, the Iceman, James Frost, that's my buddy. And as far as the Mid-Atlantic Aces go, you already know. It ain't over until it's over. We're coming after y'all and anybody else. Gold or no gold. Because that's just what we do.
All right, Anthony Xavier, James Frost, each out a tough win tonight for both of you. Mid-Atlantic Aces made the challenge tonight, but they're on their heels now.
Are you looking to raise funds for your sports team, booster club, or other civic organization? Well, you can team up with American Pro Wrestling and we'll bring all the action and you keep a portion of your proceeds. Just call 681-207-3175 for more information. American Pro Wrestling and your organization will make the perfect tag team.
All right, Coach Carter here with Jeff Paul. Jeff, last week you and Tony Perdue went at it. Went to a no contest. But again, this week, you're going to try to get a piece of each other.
Listen, I can't speak for the rest of the show, but right here tonight, everyone here is going to get their money's worth. Because every time I'm in that ring, I'm going to give you your money's worth. Because let's be honest, I am the greatest wrestler on this roster. And I say that as humbly as possible.
I mean, Tony Perdue hardly ever out here without the other Mid-Atlantic Aces, without the other guys you used to team with. Are you worried about them having any sort of weight in the match?
I know you've seen earlier, Lane Cali lost, and he lost quickly. I'm not worried about Lane Cali. I'm not worried about the old man Joe Brody. And I'm definitely not worried about Tony Perdue. So I say let's get it on.
All right, we're going to have Jeff Paul versus Tony Perdue 2 tonight.
Largest selection of DVDs and Blu-ray featuring horror, thriller, and pop culture iconic movies is available at Spookables. Are you old school? VHS, black and white copies, plus laser disc of all of your favorite movies from every genre, especially the horror collections. 4141 Cole Heritage Road, Bluefield, West Virginia. It's Spookable.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
all with television time remaining. Introducing first, representing the Mid-Atlantic Aces from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 251 pounds, the stud of stoicism, Tony Perdue. His opponent, from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 263 pounds, Jeff Paul.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the broadcast. Jeff Paul, Tony Perdue, Russ, Matt, Jonathan Dolan here, Brad Taylor, Clutch Carver. Gentlemen, it does not get any bigger than this week. You are definitely on the mark there, buddy. We got two heavy hitters, two professionals, and this is going to be the match to watch. Jeff Paul stretching out here, getting a little calisthenics in. I mean, Jeff Paul finally had enough of the Mid-Atlantic Aces, jumping them. Currently the unified champion after defeating Yellow Man, the PWL's Black Friday Bluefield. Great Christmas Talk fundraiser. Jeff Paul now go to work on the left arm of Perdue. Side headlock applied there. I tell you what, Jeff Paul has become more traveled in 2025. I'm hearing big things for 2026, even some international travel. And is anybody surprised by that?
Definitely not. Jeff Paul is just racking up championships and buyers all three this year. Right now, he's defending this unified championship against Tony Perdue. And what's basically become a judgment, no love lost between these two. And although Jeff Paul has been going against the Mid-Atlantic Aces, I still question, he's getting a lot of cheers just going against the Aces. Totally changed. I believe so. This is the holiday season. I'm sorry, Brad. You go first. Well, comment. I think that he really here, but I know, I think he's got something behind him. But getting to it, definitely taking it to the Aces. I'm going to disagree with you, gentlemen, because I've known Jeff Paul for over 5 years and shared games together. I believe the match has turned over a new leaf, especially towards the end of the holiday season. He's finally feeling this is where I need to be. I need to show these fans that I care about them just as much as they despise me and will now care about me because I will give each and every one of them in the Mountain State Sportatorium and his words their money's worth. Well, time will tell. Time will tell, Jonathan. Well, regardless of what hurts hard, what hasn't changed since his aggression, well, Tony Perdue quick stops in that. Using the guy. Now, leg drop, hooks leg. No. You know what I say about Anthony Perdue. He is the heavy hitter. He is the heavy hitter. And he is heavy hitting Jeff. And I just, from two guys that have never been one together, and we're here into the third or second week of some great matches. Between the two. Yeah, Chronicles, you can see that over on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to check it out, American Pro Wrestling TV. And now Perdue lighting up Paul into that corner. Again, let's not forget about the Rumble. Yes, the Rumble, especially with TV time games. This is what happens. Hopefully we get all this within our TV time remaining, but if not, you can play
to Rumble and catches all. Yeah, not only that, but you can go to Rumble and see exclusive matches that you can see anywhere else. Not on your television, right? Exactly. Not on your streaming devices, TV. So go straight to the Rumble, RUMBLE. Look it up. Sign in. Great matches. Jeff Paul now in trouble as Purdue uses the rope. Paul makes and stops there. Jeff Paul, can he get him up for the suplex? Purdue goes down. See that ring. Goes to the pin, not the pin. No. Just a 2 count. Did you see that ring, boys? It's about. Yeah. Taking down Paul, though. See here, going for the lateral press still, but allows the legs not to be hooked, giving Jeff Paul the advantage. He needs to kick out. Rear chin lock applied by Anthony Purdue. Purdue's smart here. He's slowing the pace of the match down. He knows he needs to keep a tall man like Jeff Paul grounded. You are absolutely correct, Jonathan. That's his style. Slow and methodical. And if he can keep that, he'll have control. Oh, definitely. He wasn't even trying to hide that one from the ref. Stay Clutch. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm sorry, Clutch. Go ahead. Well, Tony Purdue. No stranger to bending the rules. That double ball on his shoulder, Joe Brody, much more likely to bend the rules to tear the hair to break the eyes. See now, going down the solar plexus and underneath. This is what the strategy you have to employ when you're facing a man. Take out one of the wheels so he has to loop around the ring or even keep him grounded to the mat. Yes, I agree with you, Jonathan. That's totally good strategy. Kicks him up now for a hard body slam. A lot of strength shown there by Tony Purdue on that side. Only a 2 count off of that. Yeah. And Jeff size, despite being very tall, there's a lot of weight, a lot of muscle in there. For Tony Purdue to actually get that balance, get him up in a scoop slam before slamming him down. That is an impressive feat, gentlemen. The man from Sim City continues to go. Reversal. Beautiful clothesline. Goes to the pin. Oh, get down that too. Jeff Paul had that leg hook. Now Jeff Paul's trying to build momentum, shift it to his face. Gets it with that leg. Is it enough? 1. Good ring awareness by Anthony Purdue. Yes. Oh, shoot. Yes, Anthony Purdue. Yes, sir. All right, although I hear it first time. Yes, ever since getting with the Aces, he's been telling me. Don't tell us Anthony. Yeah. After the heavy hit, come over here on you. The referee checking on Jeff Paul now. Start. That counted the ball.